Hello. We would love to meet with each and every family personally, but obviously we all know that that isn't practically possible. So here I am talking to you from Oikos space because we aren't able to do the home education circuit, being the expos, conferences, seminars, curriculum fairs, because they do happen all over the country, us being based in South Africa, and all over the world. And so obviously we can't attend all of them. We don't have a trained team that can travel the home education circuit, be it in South Africa or internationally. So here we are, talking to you through technology. So we're very grateful for that, because now we can meet with each and every one of you all over the world, wherever you happen to be. Even though we would prefer to meet with you personally, one-on-one, but we're going to do our best to support you and help you through this means. I'm just thinking now of somebody in Namibia, a mom, who spoke to me last week only, actually. She's in a very remote place in Namibia. And somebody led her to the Oikos site. And she said she sat one evening, a Friday evening, until the wee hours of the morning, watching the media on the Oikos site. And she said she just watched and listened and listened. And she said it was literally like a lifeline, such a support to her. So much help did she receive by being able to sit and access that help and that support. So that is why we are putting our time and energy and attention into this, to continue to support you and help you, even though we can't physically be at all the different events that are happening round and about the country. And if we were, and some we do hope to attend, but those that we have attended in the past and we hope to attend in the future, though they will not be all of them, if we were there and when we are there, what we like to do is we like to sit you down and give you a cup of tea and say to you, okay, just relax, because we don't want you to be in a stressed state of confusion and not knowing which way to turn and which choices to make. So the first thing we'd like to do is offer you a cup of tea. And even if I could come to your home, I would like to sit and have a cup of tea with you and take you here to the Word of God, remind you that this is your guide, this is where you need to go first. So if I'm just here to remind you to go here first, well, then I've done what God has called me to do, and that is to turn you back to Him and ask you to go to Him. Go here and see what it is that God is directing you in and how, and come to a place of peace so that you can think clearly, so you're not stressed about all what lays ahead of you and trying to make decisions about the unknown. It is a stressful thing for people. I mean, anybody who is heading into something unknown, it can be stressful. So let's start with, first of all, I put some flowers here for you. I picked these from my garden a few minutes ago because I wanted to share something beautiful and peaceful and lovely with you. That's the first step. I want to remind you of going to Him. And I'm going to offer you a cup of tea. So let's do that. I think it's important that we have tea. In fact, because you're not actually really physically here, I'm pouring the tea for you anyway. I don't know if you have black or white and sugar or no sugar. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour us a cup of tea, and I'm going to give the other cup of tea to my son there. He's standing behind the camera doing this filming, and he doesn't have milk, which I put milk in his cup, which I shouldn't have. So here's some tea for him, our hard-working son there, doing all the camera work for us. You can come get it in a moment. And I'm going to have a cup of tea with you now and share with you what we are doing here at Oikos for you, and how we're doing it and why we're doing it, and what we can do for the future. And I'm hoping that even with our lack of attendance at the home education circuit, I'm really hoping that you are going to discover lots and lots of support and help on the Oikos site through this technology, through us being able to do tutorials and courses and workshops to assist you and aid you in this journey that you have chosen for your family, this calling or conviction, leading, whichever you would like to call it. We would like to help you in this commitment you are making for your family and before God. So that's what we are here for. We're not just here to help you with the actual guiding and leading, but we're also here to help you practically. So even though we're not at the actual circuit venue, we are here practically in the studio at Oikos Space to do the very best we can to assist you on this journey. And so I can't help but guide you first and foremost to sit and relax and have a cup of tea. So I've given James, our son, his cup of tea, and I'm hoping that this pouring this cup of tea was actually tempting enough to you to get yourself a cup of tea or coffee, whichever beverage you like to have, and to get to a place of calm. And to tell you that even if we were meeting you face-to-face at one of the home education circuit Expo's conferences, this is what we would be doing. We would be first asking you to just be calm and just seek the Lord. See what it is that He wants for your family. What are your goals and objectives? What are you trying to achieve with your family? What are you hoping for? And you have that in place, and that'll help you define and get some direction of where you are headed. So although we're taking time to sit and have a cup of tea with you, we also want to show you what we're actually doing here at Oikos Space for you. I do believe that what I'm going to be showing you now is going to become historic. But for now, it's relevant, now in 2015. And it is the reason why we are unable to be all over the place, because we are busy working on that, what you're going to see. And we also, in studio, as we are right now, taking time to stop and have a cup of tea. And I'm very, very glad that I can stop and have a cup of tea with you, because this is what it's all about. We really would like to share with you the heart of God and actually take time to do that. You know, I've said for many years that, do you know how children spell love? They spell it like this, T-I-M-E. And we would like to take this time just to share His love and to love the families and support them and help them in this journey. And by doing that, we hope to have more and more time here in the studio to be able to speak with you, have tea with you, share some lovely flowers with you. These are from my lovely spring garden, azaleas. And I just hope that we'll have more and more time to be able to share this with you. And then right now, I know we've already given it a lot of time, in that you can actually watch the tutorials, the workshops, the courses, the product clips, the support on the website that we offer through technology and through media. So I hope you enjoy what follows now, being the footage of showing you our day-to-day living. And I hope that we can continue to be of support to you, even in our absence from not being present at the venues, but we are present here to support and help you. Hi. Some of the time we can sit and have a cup of tea with you and focus on sharing with you here from the studio at Oikos Base. However, most of the time we are in Oikos Print House, Publishing House, sorting out things on the website, doing the admin and the clerical, to bring the help to you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the day-to-day goings-on in Oikos. I know that this is going to become historic. I know that if you share it with your children today, it could be different in a year from now and 2 years from now. But even so, this is our daily reality at the moment, at this time in 2015. And we had Dr. J. Weil, who is the author of the science curriculum that we support you with through the Oikos website. And he came to South Africa, and we took him on a little walk around through our day-to-day living and what we get on with and what we do and the work we're doing for you. And we have got some footage of that, which we're now going to show you further on in this particular little mini production. And I just hope that after watching it and hopefully sharing it with your children, I hope you're going to find it supportive in some way or another. I would love to hear from you if it has in some way been supportive to you. It was just purely, we're doing it in an attempt to bring to you awareness and understanding, and hope as well that it has more than that for it, and also for your children's sake, just for them to be able to see where their books come from and how they made and so on. Maybe it'll be educational for them. Let's hope. So, without any further ado, here we go into the footage of showing you the day-to-day in Oikos. I hope you enjoy it. Right, I said I was going to share with you the day-to-day working life of Oikos. So here we are in the print room at Oikos, and there's Dr. J in the middle, and he's going through his Science in the Beginning book, which we print here at Oikos, as we do other resources which we have printing rights for. And I'm explaining to Kathleen there, Dr. J's wife, all about the print process and the quality and how we manage that and how we check that. And Dr. J is busy approving there of our print quality. He's impressed, but we'll put a little bit of that in later where he talks to us about the print quality. And Bruce, our son-in-law, is going to show us in a moment about once we've printed, we go there to what he's pointing to. We put the books stacked in those boxes so that they keep them in order and they don't get muddled up. And the red pages in between are separating the different books. Once they've been printed here in the print room, you'll see the printer behind Dr. J and Missy as they're leaving the room now. There's one of the printers you'll see quickly. Now we have Bruce picking up a motor from that machine, which is the binder behind him, because it's broken, and that's our reality. Sometimes machines break and we've got to fix them. Now he's busy explaining to us about our other binder, which works on a roller system, hot glue, and this was made for us, for Oikos, for us to be able to bind the books for you. And before we bind the books, we have to score the covers, which we then put into the binder, and then we glue the pages into that. Dr. J is holding a bone, and that bone, if you can believe it, is a zebra bone. One of our dogs brought in a bone from one of the zebras, and we crafted it into making a device for scoring the covers. Dr. J was quite fascinated with that. And I'm showing him how we have to do quite deep scoring to make a very good quality finish. Once we lay that cover down into our binding machine and bring the pages across into it and glue it, we want the scoring to be quite deep so that it makes a nice, neat finish and so that the pages hold well inside the cover itself. Bruce is explaining that, as you can see now, to Dr. J about the importance of the scoring, and we've gone through quite a few years of trying to perfect that. So we put the pages into the actual clamps, make sure that they are clamped in nice and tight. There I am clamping them closed so that they don't slip. If they do, we've got a damaged book. And now we have to move those books carefully across the glue at the right time to make sure that they get enough glue on them, bring them across to the cover that has been put in the lay there, and then we clamp them closed, and there we have the book. Before that, those pages that you see there in the clamp are actually all stapled with the machine from the print room that you saw briefly. And here another brief, quick picture is us showing you how we trim each and every cover on this hand trimmer for putting the jacket covers into the DVD cases. A bigger trimming job is here with the guillotines, whereby we put the books once they've been put through the binder. We then put them, they come out of the binder like what you can see in this example of Science in the Ancient World. And then that cover now has to be trimmed to fit the pages, as it were, to make a nice, neat, finished book. Once the books are all created and made and we've checked them and they've gone through 3 quality checks and made sure all the pages are in the right order and so on, we go and we put them into the stock room, or where we actually dispatch all the orders into the parcels for you. Once your order comes through to us, we will then collect it from this stock area. You'll see here all the Apologia books, and we will pull your order according to each individual's order that has come through on the website, and we draw it from there. You see all the lateral books. You saw briefly just now Matthew C. and Apologia, and whichever books you're ordering, and we will draw each individual customer's order, and then we check it. There's a lot of focus on checking. That's why we get very sad when we hear somebody's order is incorrect, because it has literally been through probably 6 checks in total, and yet we still manage to make some mistakes. Human error, it happens. A little bit of lack of concentration or a distraction, and a mistake can happen. But the orders are checked and checked and checked, and then they're packed on that big green table in the background there, and the blackboard in the far background is a scripture that we keep putting, changing to encourage all of us to keep at this work that we're doing for you. And here's Dr. J and Kathleen watching the process that takes place with us pulling the order, checking the order, and packing the order. I'm just popping in here now to tell you that we didn't show you the packing part because we'd actually finished all the packing the day that Kathleen and Jay had arrived. The orders had already all been pulled and packed and labeled, and I would like to have shown you that process as well, but the ladies that do that were actually not there at that moment that we were showing Dr. J and Kathleen. So the actual packing part, I'm sure you're aware that if you've received something from Oikos, you'll see it comes in the Oikos white box, which we've been using in the same box for the last, I think it's 20 years now. And a little testimony about that, and that is we like to change the scripture on the box and the scriptures in the box. And we've been getting some wonderful feedback about how those scriptures on the box has really been blessing people, whether it was the courier who collected or delivered, or the person who received that wasn't the actual receiver, say somebody else was receiving on behalf of the person who ordered. So that part wasn't in the footage, so I couldn't share that with you. So I just wanted to stop the footage and quickly come tell you about that part. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump quickly to a little segment that we want to keep, that we kept for you to hear Dr. J sharing with us about the quality, because he really was quite impressed with the quality we're producing. And I just want you all to know that we absolutely go the extra mile and do our utmost to get the quality and the delivery and the service as best as we possibly can, because after all, we are wanting to excel, because we are wanting to represent the Lord and do our absolute best to serve you and help you and support you. And to do that, we need to be at base. We need to be keeping an eye on things, making sure mistakes aren't happening, making sure machines aren't breaking down. When they do, what are we going to do about it? So this is just a summary to very quick look into the day of Oikos. Obviously, I'm not taking you through each one of the offices, the publishing suite and the duplicating and the web. The web is a big thing. Bruce, who you've met now, he does all the web work and looks after the web. And if something breaks on the web, he's got to fix it quickly. Otherwise, a lot of people won't be able to access what you're watching right now. So we're going to just close this little mini production with showing you playing out with Dr. J's words on what he's got to say about the quality. So there you have it. I hope that little insight, although we know it'll be historic fairly soon, has been supportive to you and helpful to you. And I hope that we can continue helping you and supporting you on this journey. We will continue to do our best, that much I know. And it is just an absolute pleasure and delight and privilege, in fact, to be able to serve you and be part of this journey with you and do all that we can to assist you in it. So please relax. Don't forget your tea times. I hope you found all the courses and tutorials and everything on the website really, really helpful to you. And we're going to keep giving that our time so that we can help you wherever you are in the world. We can be there to support you through this wonderful technology and this media that we can actually produce for you. We're going to put our time into it. And as I said earlier, we know how children spell love, T-I-M-E. So we hope that this has been a loving and supportive and helpful little production for you.